Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to the Donkey Kong Country 2 Randomizer. I know that we saw the title screen before, but we have something to address before we jump back into the game. And I also don't think I ever talked about the title screen. It's pretty weird, Diddy's Wrong quest. I guess at least lets you know that this is a randomized version of the game. Otherwise, you could just give it to your friend and they'd be like, what the heck? This is, you know, the creepypasta version of Donkey Kong Country 2 or something. I also think that the background color is randomized. It's probably very similar right now to what it was the first time, but sometimes I've turned it on and it's like blue or yellow or whatever that is. But okay, let's jump into the game. And what you're initially going to notice is that we are not where we left off in Main Brace Mayhem, but it did save the game. I think our lives up there were saved if we press start and, you know, go to Cranky. For example, yeah, I mean, hopefully 3 coins is what we ended off with. I actually don't really remember, but it's not 0, so that doesn't obviously mean, you know, we need to go back to being at the, you know, base kind of stats, which is good. But yeah, it didn't save like our last location. So all we need to really do from here then is just get back to Main Brace Mayhem, and I believe the easiest way to do that, I think, is if we do the Rambi bonus game in this level. I believe that we'll be on track to getting back to Main Brace Mayhem in no time, which is pretty cool because I think we have like 3 exits there we haven't checked yet. We have the one, I mean, obviously like the end of the level, we have the warp barrel, and there's a bonus game right at the beginning. I did not mean to fall down here. I don't think that's the one. I'm pretty sure it's the Rambi one that will take us to where we want to go to. But yes, so this is the first time I've filmed since, you know, filming the first 3 parts, which were all in one go. And I've learned a couple things since then, thanks to people in the comments. One person suggested that maybe Cranky doesn't really know exactly what's going on. He could be lying a little bit about, you know, particular spots that things may be hidden. So we'll keep that in mind. Honestly, I'm not too worried about relying on the hints. Can you use a click-clack to open up a wall? We haven't done this bonus game yet, so is it? Wow, that actually works. I can't remember if there's really ever a spot in the main game when you would do that. So there you go. All of our plans on going to Main Brace Mayhem have been thrown out the window, except not really, because this is the level that I wanted to go to anyway. The warp barrel at the beginning of this level takes you to Main Brace Mayhem, but then we haven't checked out this bonus game, so I guess we might as well check it out anyway. But yeah, so basically, I'm not too worried about what Cranky has to say, and also, I just want to explore the game, have some fun. Who knows where we're going to come across things. Now we got, you know, raising poisonous, well actually the water's not poisonous, but if you jump into it, you're going to get munched by that guy, so you don't really want that to happen. But let's see what we've got going on here. Is this just the end? No, that's just kind of a shortcut thing. And then we get invincibility barrel here. I think this ends up being used to get like a DK coin at the end. I have to admit, I realized that it's actually been quite some time since I have played Donkey Kong Country 2 just on my own. So that's why it seems like there's times where, Andrew, that's totally obvious. How do you not remember that, or exactly which level this is? When you get to, you know, like the swamp levels where they almost all look exactly the same except for a slightly different background palette. And maybe foreground palette as well. But yeah, I realized that I actually have not played the main game of Donkey Kong Country 2 since I Let's Played it, like 5 years ago, if you can believe that. I've actually played Donkey Kong Country 2 The Lost Levels more recently, which was the ROM hack, and I had to play that twice. Really? Okay, that does work. Because actually, does this invincibility allow me to swim downwards and get something? That might be why it's there. Maybe you can go down here. Yes, that's exactly what it's for. See, I mean, I haven't completely forgotten the game, but it does kind of surprise me. It's like I used to do so many playthroughs of Donkey Kong Country 2, but I just have not had the time to keep up with that lately. And, you know, basically all the memories I have are just from the last time I played it, which again was like 5 years ago. That Lost Levels, I had to play it twice because the first time I erased it and the second time I did it for the Let's Play. But where is this going to lead us? And this leads us to Rattle Battle, which is, again, very interesting because we're in a part that you would normally have Radley for, and yet we don't have Radley at all. And wow, you can't make that throw? Again, this is just kind of uncharted territory because not having Radley here messes everything up. But how would you ever have him? Because you get him inside that kind of room at the beginning. So unless you ever somehow get inside there, but then even then, I don't understand how I'm ever supposed to get to that bonus barrel because I don't know how you'd ever bring Radley here. Whatever, we'll grab that. We've done one bonus game here already. The last time, Toxic Towers bonus game brought us here. And I just immediately jumped into a bonus barrel. This is so weird playing this backwards. And yes, the bonus game we've done would have been down here. So I don't know unless they put like a rattle or a Radley barrel at the beginning or something. Otherwise, I don't know how to get that bonus game. And the only other thing we would really have to do is check out... Ooh, that's even a weirder position. The official ending. I tried. I really did. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna beat the level normally and see where that leads. But as you can see down there, 1, 3, 4, we've beaten the first, third, and fourth bosses. So yeah, we are just kind of making good progress here. I'm not expecting that to keep up. I'm expecting us to eventually hit a point. See, I could have made it. I was just hoping I didn't have to do a more elaborate thing to get over there. But yeah, we're gonna hit a point where I'm sure we'll kind of have a slog. We've seen a lot of the levels already. I think we've only seen one of the Lost World levels though, and that would be the lava one. We haven't seen Animal Antics or any of the other ones, so I almost didn't end up needing him in the end. If I had an enemy to bounce on, like, it's just so weird that that doesn't work. It's just really that high up there. I don't know if I could abuse you in any way to kind of get a bounce. I don't think so. I love all the sound effects that aren't correct too, but yeah, this is just so strange. And how am I ever gonna get up there? Okay, actually it's not that high. And again, this invisible barrel. Enemies just have all sorts of shenanigans going on here. I wasn't expecting to get dove at like that. But anyway, we'll get to the end of the level, and we'll see where this leads. And overall, I'm just really excited to kind of be wandering all over the place, having some fun, catching up with Donkey Kong Country 2, which again, it kind of blows my mind thinking just how long it's been since I played the main game. But I'm not that rusty, I don't think. All I do sometimes is get kind of a level name wrong here, or, don't initially remember where a bonus game or two is, but that's how it goes when you're not just playing the game in order. Because when you have that kind of sequence of levels, it's amazing how your mind just connects. Okay, this is a level that has this, or this is a level that has that, but when it's all out of whack, sometimes you need a second or two to remember, oh right, that's how this works. So, we'll be back in a minute. Oh, no, but still, actually, no. If I could have bounced off of a barrel and then thrown upwards, is that a thing that I can do? Unfortunately, any other time it seems like cannon doesn't despawn, and now this click-clacks kind of messed up the enemy in that slot. But if I could get cannon, bounce off the barrel that a cannon shoots, and then can you throw after that? I'm intrigued, but how come now all of a sudden I can't get, any other time it's like always cannons, and now I just can't get them? Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, so, well, one of them was a cannon. I was only looking at the front one. Darn, that was so close, too. I guess I should be checking both. I just can't believe how fragile it is, though. Like, you go off by a pixel, and those guys are disappearing. Ooh, nope, nope. Oh, actually, that's kind of... Wow. Oh, because the crook goes off screen more. No. 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 Almost. Almost. No. 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 Yes. Oh my gosh, that actually worked. Wow, was that worth it at all? Is this just gonna take us back? No, I was joking. I was joking. I was joking about it taking us back to Pirate Panic. Don't do that. Wow. Wow. So anyway, that was just a massive detour that there was absolutely no point in taking. I mean, I guess we did kind of learn a little bit about where certain things lead. But otherwise, wow. Just wow. And I guess we never did also find out where the end of Rattle Battle takes us, but whatever. The original plan was to go to Main Brace Mayhem, so darn it, that's exactly where we're going to go now. No more detours. And how did I even get hit by? Oh, because he jumped forward all of a sudden. All right. Let's just get in that door and put this all behind us. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. That's just so silly. Why do so many things lead back to Pirate Panic? Okay, so we should be able to go right here. We might actually have to do like a little bit of shenanigans with hot air balloons. Oh wait, no, wow. There really are just kind of two bonus games, one right after another in this level. And then yes, I believe that this takes us to, yeah, once again, I think it takes us to Gangplank Galleon. And then by going into this warp barrel. So I think the bonus barrel was a boss, and then the warp barrel I believe takes us back to Main Brace Mayhem. Alright. Phew. I think that cannon took us to Screech's sprint. And that's not what I think we want to go right now. So, was the checkpoint barrel? I swear the checkpoint barrel was around here somewhere. Okay. Anyway, let's just do the thing and let's beat this level. And let's see where this takes us. And I always hit the target, even though we don't have to. Ooh, okay, Glimmer's Galleon, and here's... So this is the second bonus game of Glimmer's Galleon. Interesting. And that would then give us access to the end of the level, and we can even go back and get the first bonus game if we wished. And Chainlink Chamber, which we've seen the beginning of. Have we done everything in Chainlink Chamber except beat it normally? I think we have. So this is going to be kind of a thing. Oh, the K is normally down there, but I must have picked it up with another level, so it didn't register. Alright, so we have... That's kind of a cool enemy placement. I really like that. That's like something that would have been neat to see in the official game. Just having to jump around that guy. I mean, even the platforms are kind of prepared for it. But okay, so yeah, we're going to have to pretty much play through this entire level. And one thing I've noticed a lot about Donkey Kong Country 2 is that, unlike Donkey Kong Country 1, the levels are a lot more complex. I mean, you're probably thinking, Andrew, duh. But what that means in terms of the randomizer is that in Donkey Kong Country 1, it seems like regardless of where you ended up in the level, you could usually backtrack if you wished and get whatever bonus games you might have missed. But so many times in Donkey Kong Country 2, you'll like end up in a place where you can't backtrack, meaning you really can only go forward, and you know, any bonus games that might have come before the point that you spawned in, you can then not check out. So you have to kind of find an entrance to that level which comes before that one, and it becomes a lot more confusing than the original Donkey Kong Country randomizer. And wow, I'm just plowing through this level with that invincibility barrel. Invincibility barrels to this point seem to only last like 2 seconds, and that one was just really long. And oh my gosh, after all that, where does that even take us? Back here, okay. Weird. I mean, I could have gotten the barrel. Weird. Very weird. And, okay, well I can't go into the warp barrel because I need a partner. So let's go get that. And then, again, where was I missing the checkpoint barrel in Main Base Mayhem? I was sure I checked where it should have been. And yet it just wasn't there. Because that's definitely a a checkpoint barrel that would be cool to get because there's just so much we can access from here. Like, is the checkpoint barrel just not normally to the right here? I could swear it's supposed to be like right here. Is it maybe because we came out of the... You know, a bonus game spawn point that the bonus barrel doesn't come back, or the I can't get my names right today. That the checkpoint doesn't come back? That's so odd. But okay. Oh wait. Oh okay. I'm just getting my my ropey areas mixed up again. That's what I'm talking about though. It all kind of melds together and looks the same sometimes. When you're not playing the levels in the, you know, order and direction that they're meant to be played. Okay, you can take that one up. Enjoy. So here we have two options. We can go directly under here as a warp barrel, or we can check this bonus barrel right here. I find that warp barrels don't really tend to lead to like bosses and things. I think that maybe the game considers that fact. And here we go with, I think, the later half of Animal Antics. Sure, why the heck not? And that is to say that, like, because the game knows that most people probably aren't going to know where warp barrels are, I think that when they made the randomizer, they tried to make it so that warp barrels wouldn't lead to like incredibly important things, like bosses. But they, you know, still will take you to other levels, which might be nice to access, such as when we just use that one to get the Main Base Mayhem. But yeah, so I'll usually probably prioritize, though, taking a normal exit over warp barrels if we have the choice. And yeah, now we're just playing through Animal Antics. And wow, that's weird that coming out of that checkpoint doesn't just leave you as our good old friend Squitter here. I don't know, I don't think it's like that in the normal game. I think that it will like remember that, you know, you should be Squitter when you respawn. But alright, here we go. It's like, I mean, would you consider it the most difficult level of the game? It's technically the last level of the game. The last level, oh, then again, you can unlock the Lost World levels in any order that you wish, but if you were doing them in order, as I usually do, this would be the one that you unlock in the final, well, next to Final World. Donkey Kong Country 2 is just all odd with its, you know, ordering and how things happen. I really like Donkey Kong Country 3's Lost World. I think if I had to choose one, 3's is my favorite, but I like the way that 2 works, where you can kind of choose the, you know, to do the levels in any order you want, and all that. So normally the bonus game here is to come up here and go into this barrel. I'm guessing that other barrel would have probably taken us to a separate level, and not just to the Brambles part of Animal Antics like it normally would. Alright, and hey, this looks like a familiar level. So once again, we can grab this and then make our way back to Main Base Mayhem. It's funny how that keeps working out. Or should... Maybe what I'll do is, because Animal Antics is kind of one that... Who knows if we'll ever get back there again? So I think I'm actually going to start select. I'm going to get that arrow barrel, see where that leads, and if it's nowhere good, I will then return to Main Brace Mayhem and we'll do the warp barrel from there. So I'll see you when I get to the end of this room. Oh, okay. Oh, don't ask what was going on there. Okay, and where will this lead us to? Sounds like a mine level, and okay. Again, see, which one's this? Like, they all look the same at the end. Both Squawks Shaft and Cannon's Claim both look almost exactly the same. I think that one was Cannon's Claim, though. And this brings us to right where, near the, wow, I don't think I touched anything wrong there. And that's where the bonus game is Screech's Sprint. And honestly, I'm kind of intrigued. I mean, we're taken right there. Now I feel like we should check out what those two things in Screech's Sprint are. Again, we know how to get to the very beginning of Screech's Sprint. But with the randomized enemies, it's kind of a chore proceeding through the levels. So, alright. Change of plans once again, which is, you know, something that happens with randomizers. We're going to check out the bonus game in Screech's Sprint. We're also probably going to beat Screech's Sprint the proper way. And then we never have to, again, visit Screech's Sprint. Because there's only one bonus game and, of course, one exit. So, again, gonna play through this room, and we'll see you in a minute. I'm realizing, though, like, I keep getting hit right before I get here. And that causes me to not have two partners when I go into this barrel, which is kind of key, because then I can't get up to where that cannonball is. But maybe I could go back and get a DK barrel here. Again, I love that about, of course it's a Diddy barrel, randomizers, because it's just so unpredictable. You can't really, you know, plan your route beforehand, because you just never know what you're going to find. And then constantly, as you're playing the game, your plan's going to change as you discover different things. So I just think that randomizers are so cool. And I think that games should include official randomizers. There was a discussion I had. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save this discussion for the next time that we're actually playing. So I'm going to keep you in suspense as I beat this level, hopefully without taking a hit this time. Alright, finally we've made it here with both partners. Now, let's see what we can do on Screech's Sprint. So, let's not mess this up. Let's throw the Dixie up here, which grabs that, and then we can jump into that. And is this going to be worth it? Please not Pirate Panic. Fingers crossed. Ooh, and okay, Webwoods. Interesting. Interesting. There is one bonus game in Webwoods that we have not... No! Oh, normally you would clear all those enemies out because you're working back to the left, right? Oh, wow. I love it. I love it, though. But, wow, that's got to make you kind of facepalm. And that guy's just having a nice time floating in the air, but okay. I guess we'll try that again? I mean, it did take us literally, like, right to where a bonus game was. We're just falling farther and farther down the rabbit's hole where I had a plan, and it's like, well, now I want to try this, and now I want to try this. But the point is, every bonus game has just as much chance of leading to a boss as the next one, so it doesn't really matter what order we do things. Just hopefully we get there eventually, and hopefully this part we find the boss at some point. So far we're 3 for 3, but it will be inevitable that we'll probably end up, you know, having a part or two at some point where we don't find the boss. So I'll, again, cut back when we're there. Which, I mean, we're pretty much there. What am I even talking about? Just don't get by that guy, and hooray, we're there. Welcome, everyone. Hope you had a nice break while I was, you know, doing that for 2 seconds. And don't let us fall. And okay, so once again, Webwoods, a level that if it's going to be nice and just take us right to the point where we can enter a bonus game is nice. Because otherwise, Webwoods is like such a slog. Have to be brought right here. And notice that it actually brings us here a Squitter, which is pretty interesting. Alright, just mash that web button. Very nice. I don't think we did this one already. We did the other one. And this one leads to Main Brace Mayhem. Wow. I mean, it's pretty funny. I like that, you know, all the different things are connected in this way, and all you can do is laugh. So, oh, come on. I was so close to just touching that DK barrel. So once again, though, I think we're going to try Screech's Sprint, beat the level normally, and then after that, we'll see where that leads. And if not, we still have, I think, the Warp Barrel in Main Brace Mayhem to check at some point. So, see you in a minute. So really interesting note there was that I was pressing Y like mad, and there were just so many sprites on screen that I was not able to shoot any more webs. It must have hit like a sprite limit, and just, yeah, I could not shoot. And I think there was one point in either the second or third part where I thought that was happening, because it's not normally a situation you encounter in the main Donkey Kong Country 2, where, you know, Rare has just piled so many sprites in the one spot that you can't use your animal buddy's attack. But it does indeed appear that in this randomizer we will encounter such situations. Now, can I actually make this jump this time? He didn't touch the brambles! That's not fair! Ugh. And it's always, I should switch, because now if I get... No, like, how does this work? Because now if I get hit, I think the first hit is Diddy goes, and then I would have Dixie who can, you know, actually jump! Which, if you can believe it, it's a nice thing to have in a platforming game, is the ability to jump and maneuver in the air. What is this, Donkey Kong Country 4? I'm kidding, that was mean. See you in a minute. Okay, well I have both of them, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But, here we go, once again, a quick trip through Candid's Clay. Don't do that! No! Ugh. Now I actually have to play this. Like, of all enemies it could have placed there. Thankfully, I don't think we're gonna have too much trouble. Have I done that bonus game over there? Wow, perfect timing, Andrew. Just perfect timing. And just... If something's gonna go wrong, it's just gonna go very, 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 very wrong. Oh, Diddy. Oh, man. Just probably end this part while I'm ahead, except I'm not really ahead, so... Let's keep going. Alright, well, because we can, guess we'll check out the bonus game here, too. I'm so busy focusing on Screech's sprint that I think there actually are quite a few bonus games in this level that we have not checked, so we might as well check them out. I don't think we've done this one. I think there was one earlier on in the level that we did, but I think there is, again, also the warp barrel and bonus barrel in this level that we haven't done yet. So where are we? I think we're at the beginning of Rambi Rumble? Does look that way, and there are things in this level that we haven't checked out, so we can check out this level now. Lots of options. I guess I still would like to do the end of Screech's sprint, because that's otherwise, you know, a place that's going to be kind of tough to get to at some point in the future. But, you know, I'll just keep checking this out, and if I don't like where we end up, I can always just start and select at this point back to Rambi Rumble, not Rambi Rumble, Animal Antics. Probably from a later part in the level. I just kind of want the cheat pass there. Yeah, it's kind of, you do this thing here, jump up here, jump over to there, and then, yeah, of course you work your way back down again. So yeah, you can't cheat, unfortunately. These levels were always so fun though. Like, I think this was such a creative level theme. Just inside I mean, are they wasps or hornets or bees or what are they? Because I don't think that anything other than bees make honey, right? Like, it's only you know, bees who have hives that make honey. Wasps and such have hives, but I don't think that they produce honey or such. They're just, you know, they only exist purely to annoy people. But okay, let's see. What do we have going on here? And here, this is kind of the beginning of Rattle Battle. Normally, there's a room before this where you turn into Radley, and then you come out here. But, again, there just doesn't seem to be any way to turn into Radley in this randomizer, which is strange. But what we can do now is check out the end of the level, because I think that's the only thing now we haven't actually checked in this level. I would love to get that DK barrel though. And I'm not going to get the checkpoint. That way we still once again go back to Animal Antics and can, you know, access some things from there if we wish to. But let's just not die here. Thankfully, we still have the better of the two Kongs. See, I don't think that anybody would deny that. If you had a choice to play between, you know, as either Dixie or Diddy in Donkey Kong Country 2, everybody would choose Dixie. Like, why would you ever choose Diddy? I think he's like a little more nimble. His roll does feel better than... Wow. I thought he was going to land on the ground and I would bounce off him, but no, he just jumped right into that hole. But yeah, I mean, Dixie's twirl kind of sucks compared to Diddy's cartwheel, but I still don't think anybody would, you know, use that as a reason to not play as Dixie instead of Diddy. But alright, just in case you're not sick of this level yet, see you in a minute. Alright, so let's do Screech's sprint. I'm not too worried about Cannon's claim. There'll be lots of opportunities to go back there at some point, but Screech's sprint's not a place that you get to all that often. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's grab that. And there's a way to cheat this, right? It's in my cheats video, but wow, has it been long since I did it. Yeah, you can go over him, and then you don't even have to race him at all. But is that just a thing, or is that because of the randomizer? No, so if you don't go over him, then you do have to do him legitimately. Which, again, I don't think it really matters. This is going to be interesting, though. Randomize enemies during Screech's sprint. And it's not like it's that hard of a race, so we can beat it legitimately. We don't even need to stop and get the DK coin. So we can kind of just, you know, do our best here. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Alright, so maybe not doing the race is a good idea. That way I don't need to rush with all the randomized enemies. Kind of forgot about that component of it. And the music didn't change, which is funny. Okay, so yeah, you can go over Screech here. I don't think you have to hit the brambles. You can kind of just, you know, go over him / through him, and it also works, but I just kind of did that. Okay, so let's go over here. And we do have lots of money now. So we at some point will be checking out... There's no invisible items here, right? No, Donkey Kong Country 3 is the game with all the invisible items. Instead of walls that you could go through, Donkey Kong Country 3's claim to fame is that, like, every single corner in the game has an invisible either coin or bananas or 1-up hidden in it. But yeah, so I don't think we should have too much of a problem. And I don't think you can touch the, rather the tops of the brambles with the bottoms of squawks. If you're not holding on to one of the Kongs, it will actually hurt you in this case, but... It's got a big pile up of enemies. And let's hope that this takes us somewhere good. Wow, it gets really tight at the end. I don't remember it being that ridiculous, but sure, why not? Go up here. And that DK rail would have been nice, but we'll be okay. And yeah, this is really cool with the randomized enemies. I like it. And there's the finish line. And I'm not too worried about getting any things. And there we go. Please lead us somewhere good. Because now that I have that checkpoint barrel, I'm going to have to keep... Oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to keep doing this race. Oh no. I mean, I could pay Funky to take us back. But then again, we haven't seen that level yet either. Can you just go through you? No, that wasn't close enough. Alright, so I'll beat the race again, and we'll check out what we have going on in Haunted Hall. So I'll see you in a minute. That's how you do it. And I'm gonna leave the last death in, because that's kind of funny. I took the shortcut down here, and it actually shot me right up into an enemy, because obviously it's not expected that you're going to be playing this with a randomizer. Oh man, hopefully we can get a checkpoint soon after this, because this is going to be a pain to have to replay every single time. And I mean, it's kind of all luck based too, because whatever that enemy is right at the end of, where we spawn in Haunted Hall, we don't really have any control over whether or not we get hit by that. So anyway, see you after all this is done. Alright, so I think that after Haunted Hall, we're probably going to call it a day. So again, unfortunately, this might end up being... That was high enough to hit the target? Isn't that like the same height that I would have been if I had just jumped normally? But yeah, this might be a day where we don't end up fighting a boss, but... wow, has this been a thing? And okay, that was just barely... where are we compared to the checkpoints? Okay, so this is kind of just being thrown into the fires here. Not really... too much time to get used to the level as you normally would be, and this is definitely, quite late in it, so let's not hit those minus barrels, but hit the plus barrels. That's how Haunted Hall works. It's strange, that plus barrel is also the same barrel, I think, that's used when you get the boost at the beginning of the race level. Kind of interesting, and we had lots of extra time, and here we go, there. That's what I'm talking about at the end, and where does this lead? This leads to the beginning of Bramble Blast. Okay, so I think Cranky actually said that Bramble Blast, oh darn, is that what will show us where K. Rool is? So even though we, we're not ready for K. Rool yet, I suppose in the next part we're going to be finding out at least where he's at, and hopefully next time we also find at least one more of the bosses that we need to fight before we can face K. Rool. But thank you so much for watching today. Again, sorry for the lack of progress. Hopefully you enjoyed regardless though. I hope to see you next time for part 5 of the Donkey Kong Country 2 Entrance Randomizer. So thanks, and hope to see you then. Thank you so much once again for checking out my videos. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps my channel out. With that said, hope to see you next time.